All right. I think this, let's see, the sound level is fine. I think. Let me know if the volume is not loud enough. Welcome everyone. And first of all, I would like to thank everyone for making this such an amazing game jam. 5th one in a row. It's getting better and better. And while the number of entries this year was a little bit lower than last year, the participant versus submission ratio is higher and the quality is so much higher. And I'm also surprised that every year there's new faces. Of course, we have the core group of usual suspects, and then but there's new faces, new people, even participants that are new to the genre. So that's completely amazing. So it's growing. And this year, like I said, the quality is much higher than previous years, but also, like, from a personal standpoint, there are more entries with better controls, better movement, better camera perspectives, and also more entries with instant step. And those that know me know that I'm kind of biased towards that. So hey Cordano, hey everyone. A lot of people here now, yeah. Kai Monkey hype, yeah. Yeah. and like I said, this year a lot more entries have numpad controls. So it seems that my propaganda and my, like, crusade is working. So I'm glad to see that. And why I'm crusading for that is because I'm left-handed, as many of you know. But also, it's like I prefer not to alienate. Not alienate is probably the wrong word, but like, try to cater to both sides, like people that like to use the arrow keys, the numpad, the WASD, or whatever. So yeah, I guess you are excited to maybe I should start revealing some games. It's also interesting if game offer both movement systems. Yeah, that is true. If only one of them works well. Yeah. I've found that usually when they offer both transition movement, animated movement, and instant step, often the instant step suffers from it simply because very often there is a small delay, so it's not really instant. So but yeah. Let's see. I'll just click some things here. We'll just yeah, we'll go here first. I'll give away some merchandise, both to the winners of or top 3 of the community rating. So the first place in the community ranking or voting will get $100 and a special coffee mug. And can choose between a mouse pad or a t-shirt. Additionally, all, like, first, second, and third place will get a Steam key for Dice and Goblins by Coldember, which is a member of the Discord. And Steam key for Drongen by Darktest Lab. Darktest also a member of, of the Discord and also participating this year with Tutoretas. So, and second place, $50 mousepad, Steam keys. And third place, $25 mousepad, Steam keys. And additionally, I will give out some mousepads and t-shirts. Yeah, I have some like favorite picks that I want to, you know, give some flowers to, so to speak. It's Samatar, yeah. Okay, so that's the merch. Now we have top 25 games reveal. YouTuber holder, yeah. Yeah, this is like low-hanging fruit, like Temu version of a VTuber. So just a quick and dirty. Yeah, that's me. Okay. It's a Temu VTuber. Oh, sorry, I need to. All right. I have a button here. I will click this and it will reveal the game in 25th position. You all ready? Oh, sorry for the coffee. No, number 25, Capri 12B by Ilios Games. How many votes and like the raw score and everything is available on the jam page for you to look at later. But I'm just quickly going through the games from 25 up to first. So congratulations to Ilios. Next game, Project Chanticleer, Bone Dude Game Studios, Bone Bra. Congrats. Great game. Lots of content and mechanics and everywhere. So for me, one of the surprises this year. So always surprises, always surprises. So. But congrats. You're in the upper half at least, upper third or. Next game, Echoes of Magnus by Darksome Games. It's a nice one. I really like the graphics and the mechanics where you turn into the chicken so you can access certain areas is a nice one. Simple combat, but works. Everything is like. Also a little bit surprised about the placement, but congrats. Next game, I'm just trying to read the chat also, see if there's yeah, 25 amazing games. Yeah. The competition this year was fierce. Let me tell you, fierce. And you all can study the scores, the ratings later. You can see there's yeah, it's a fierce competition. Next game, Dungeon of Dreams, Wolfit. I really like this game. Also a little bit surprised that it's 22, but what can I do? Really nice Bomberman-esque game. And it's fast-paced. I like that. And as you can see, the perspective is spot on. So next game, Wild Type West by Rafael Garces. I probably butchered that, but also very good game. Nice game loop. Like that, you can improve every iteration and you can upgrade, you know, and but for me, 54 years old, I'm too old for this type of reaction games. Yeah, yeah, me too, Cordano. I don't have it in me for that type, but yeah. So congrats, Rafael. Number 20, Egg of the Beholder, hyper retro, hardcore dungeon crawler experience. This is not for everyone, so maybe that's why it's in 20th position, but great game. Yeah, this Amiga. That's also, I thought that would be a problem, but the web-based emulator works amazingly well. So it's like you would not even think it is Amiga. So so I think many don't even realize it. So and of course, personally, uh, there's a limit how much you should take the or put value on the technology behind the game. I feel that the result trumps the way you reach the result, if that makes sense. But it doesn't mean it goes unnoticed, because yeah, I'm very impressed with this Amiga and TK80, and we had Pico 8 before, we had the Game Boy. It's all very amazing. So next game, congrats Lutz Grossending. Yeah, might have scored better if it was a complete. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But also, how many played that far? Maybe that's also a discussion. Like when you have very long games, like just yours truly also, like there's always a chance that people will not play that far. So, but next game, Chicken Dungeon 3D. Uh, nice little dungeon crawler with some cool mechanics. Regular Citizen Games, congrats. I'm just catching up on chat here to see if there's anything I need to respond to her. Yeah, the atmosphere and lighting, the textures and movement, I like this. It's definitely nice, deserving a spot in the top 20. Next game, Shogi Oclair de Lune by Fleburbio, a member of our Discord. This was also very nice, had interesting combat. It's like it was new to me. Maybe it's like established type of combat system, but very nice. Yeah, tough RNG, but very fun. So many you never got to play in the top 25. Yeah, but you will have a chance later. Next game, number 17, Coup de Grace, or Coup, yeah, Coup de Grace. I think it's Coup de Grace. Enigmatic. Congrats. I really like this game. I absolutely love the retro feel in this. The Windows 95 UI and the mix-up where you start with like a like an Ultima 1 style wireframe graphics, and then you transition to like more modern. Yeah, very nice, very nice. But this placed higher than Neptune's Children. Yeah, but last year you get you get an award for atmosphere, if I remember correctly. I called it in 16. No. Okay, next game, number 16, Hard Boiled by Soaphead, Kirund, Shrek, Walker, I think maybe, or Walker, TFX, and Poirot. Poirot. Very unique game, and also unique like graphic style, or interesting graphic style. Um, yeah, deserved top 16 spot. Yeah, technical issues. I don't know which game didn't have technical issues. It worked surprisingly well with the shooting and the covering behind yeah, taking cover and like that. It worked surprisingly well. So of course there's always you can point finger on things that could been better or different or like added, but hello, it's a jam game, and making a game like that is a fairly tall order. So it's cool. Next game, number 15, Escape Work Local Minimum. This one was very different for me. I never played the Anomaly games before, so I didn't really know what to look for, or so I did pixel hunting. You know what? Like did this cup move? Did this pencil, 3 pencil, 2 pencils? But when I finally realized uh, it's a fun game. It's a totally fun game, and I love the art style and the consistency of the art style. I love the fact that you can switch to instant step. That's always +1 for me. So good game. Number the charming art. Yeah, correct, exactly. That's and it's consistent. You know, it's like it doesn't look like slap 2, 3, 4 art packs together. I believe Local Minimum was modeling all this himself for this jam. So. Yep. But once you saw the first anomaly, it was like super obvious though. But yeah, I was proper pixel hunting. I'm looking at like the screensaver. Did it move the opposite way or something like that? But yeah. Next, number 14, The Fatal Error by Clockwork Chaos. I'm very surprised about this position, to be honest. I found that, like in my opinion, this was very solid in like in movement, visuals, ambient, yeah, mechanics, upgrades, everything. But 14, that's not nothing. So congrats, congrats, Clockwork Chaos. Yeah, the movement track. Yeah, me also really like the movement. Exactly, Kodano. The shooting felt good, and it's like it like like lack of a better word, it fused. There was a fusion there that felt natural instead of like something slapped on top of. So it like what I'm trying to say is like I imagine if you do a shooter that the grid would be like redundant, or like it would be better without the grid, then there's no point. Then it's pointless with the shooter, or like it's doing the dungeon crawler a disservice. But in this case, it worked very good together. If you understand what I mean. So yeah, Fatal Error. Number 13, Dungeon of Death by Cypher, I think, or Cypher. I really like this game. I'm not a huge fan of deck building games, or I don't know. I'm getting more and more a fan of it, to the point that I actually consider making a deck builder game myself. Not a dungeon crawler, but I'm toying with an idea for Amiga. But that's I digress. But this was fun. Nice variation of cards. You get random cards when you start. It was perfectly like balanced in difficulty for me, that I didn't have to restart so many times. So I really like it. The music was, I love the music. There's a disconnect there to the type of game, of course, but that's the kind of music I can listen to, like in the car or when relaxing, you know. Yeah, the coins as health resource. Yeah, that was very good. And yeah, number 13. Congrats. Next game, number 12. Pirates and Falls Galley by Otter and Bench. This one is what I liked about this is the tension, and the water is rising, and they have the funny dialogues and narration, and the whole Kraken thing. Also a great game. So worthy of placing in the top 12. Yeah, also different paths and allowed for experimentation. Yeah, correct. So very nice, very nice. Congrats. Next, number 11, Derelict by Apoli and Nikak. That's Alexander Polyakov, I think, and Batistark in the Discord. This game was really good, and the movement spot on, perspective spot on. Yeah, solid one all the way. With puzzles, everything. Yeah, it's. I'm also surprised. But again, the competition this year was fierce, totally fierce. Yeah, I think he is doing a new engine from scratch for every jam. So that in itself is mind-blowing. So, but this engine is super solid and feels and like and behaves. Yeah, I have nothing, nothing to point finger on when it comes to the feel and the movement, the perspective, the whole like responsiveness, the snappiness, and everything. So kudos to Apoli and Nikak. Next, now we're entering top 10. Tutoretas Easy Quest by Darkness, or Darkness, yeah, Darkness. Very unique art style. I love this art style. It's so nice, and I like the combat also. Is the like the timing where you need to hit a sweet spot. I made a game a long time ago myself, a Dungeon Crawler a long time ago myself with that same attack style, but yeah, really like this game. It's polished. It has a lot of mechanics and yeah, very nice. Yeah, attack your food game, yeah. So, and then next, congrats to Darkness. Darkness is, like I mentioned, he is giving away keys for his game Drongen, which is a really nice dungeon crawler also with even more unique art style in the like same realm of like hand drawn ish. Next game, number 9, Fangs and Feathers XCOM by Captain Coder, Steve Selgeron, Tom Corral, Jancy. Congratulations to Captain Coder and Steve Selgeron, Tom Corral, and Jancy. Absolutely amazing combat system. Absolutely blows my brain. And yeah, 9th place, not all the way up. I was thinking maybe it will go higher, but congrats. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, keeping gold box tactical goodness alive. Yeah, I'm thinking this reminds me more of XCOM. Like that's why he put the wordplay or the XCOM, the old early 90s game. Reminds me a little bit more of that. Especially with like interrupt movement, so you can have an interrupt attack and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, classic XCOM. And classic XCOM is one of my most favorite games ever. UFO Enemy Unknown. I think it was called on Amiga. So had enough clicking, might have placed higher if there were few more clicks required. I'm not going to argue with you on that. It could do with some fewer clicks, but it's a game for people with patience and people who like this type of tactical combat. So one or two more clicks is not like it's not going to fall on that, I think. Yeah, I think UFO Enemy Unknown was Europe, right? Anyway, that's doesn't matter. Congratulations, Captain Coder. Next game, number 8. Oh, Canary Protocol by Super Dan. Me. We don't need to dwell on that. We can go directly to number 7. Number 7, The Knights of Turbakok by Mass. This game is with the platformer combat is yeah, it's yeah, it's a great one. I would say that the platformer part is stronger than the dungeon crawling part. In some ways, it's like part of me would like to play more of the platformer with like more types of weapons, like attack types, stuff like that. But all in all, super polished, amazing writing. Yeah, the writing was the best part. Yeah, totally. Yeah, Mass has this. I think this is the 5th year that he submits something, and every year his writing is on point. So, congrats and job well done. Next game, number 6, Zero Atmospheres, Kai Salman, our new friend in Discord. Congrats, number 6. I'm curious to hear if Kai thinks it's a conspiracy against him with a bunch of one stars. Yeah, it's super polished, super solid. Yeah, it's definitely deserving to be top 6. Just for that, it, as I've mentioned in the Discord, or I mentioned to Kai also, the lack of real combat is a little bit, borderline. But it's enough. You have the oxygen thing there. You have a little bit of puzzle. There's some tension. So like, yeah, it's really good. It's really good. You're glad it like combat is fast. Yeah, in a way, yeah. It for what it was, it was centered around time pressure and puzzle solving. So for what it did great. So well done. Next, number 5, Red Cock. Hope I will not get banned from Twitch. Red Cock by Archm. I think Arch. In Discord, there's Archmage. Is that Arch? Yeah, something. Super polished and does everything right. but unfortunately for me, it's a reaction based, it's a rhythm based game, and I completely suck at this type of games. Um, but fifth place, it means that there's a lot of people that don't suck at the rhythm based game, so that's good. Yeah, Slipperhead, I noticed that. I noticed that because we have had the rhythm games before, and the issue there was often that the the indicators and the beat was a little bit out of sync, and that makes it even worse. But this one seemed to be completely spot on. So it's congrats, fifth place. Next, number 4. I will just have a sip of wine first. Mm. Mm. So, number 4, Chicken Hacker 64 by Jacob Marks. And it's like, I would say it's one of the better, if not the best, fusion interpretation, genre fusion interpretation, genre fusion interpretations, and the whole like storytelling and everything is brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, lots of personality. Also, you can see that there's consistent, like the aesthetics and the design, like 3D models, textures, everything is like consistently synthwave 80s mix arcade. It's very good. Unfortunately, I suck at rail shooting. Like I suck at so many things, and that's just another one. But that's not Jacob Mark's fault. Yeah, I never played Star Fox or any of the rail shooters. So and if I did, I think I would do that using a gamepad or a thumbstick or a dual twin stick or something. But so keyboard, I don't know. But it doesn't take anything away from the game from my point of view. So sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it can only get better, right? Right? If you are an expert at something, you can only get worse. So yeah, that's wisdom. Okay, top 3. We're entering the positions that will get some prizes. So third position, dun, 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 Space Prisoners by Cryptorat and Mojo Jojo. What can I say? Completely deserved to be top 3. The depth in this game, in this combat, is unbelievable, and the gold box was mentioned earlier. For me, this one is a more of a throwback to gold box than Fangs and Feathers is. So great job, great job. Kripna gets a card over from Yeah, every year Cryptrat gets the most karma. He's the busiest commenter. He plays every game from start to finish, no matter the game. And but he's also like he's not in the Discord. He's yeah. I would like to get in touch with him and really yeah. So talk to him. So he's a rating and feedback machine. Hey, Jim Berries, welcome. Pre-XCOM like Laser Squad, yeah, correct, yeah. Yeah, it's not Laser Squad, yeah. And the what's that? Space Crusades and stuff like that. Okay. Now, second place. Dun, dun, dun. I'll drink a little bit first. So, ready for second place? Drag it. Okay, I will click now. First, let me just move this first here. So, okay, are you ready? Say the word. Number 2, Reginald P. Featherstone's Cache of Curious. Congrats, Dave likes pasta, or David York in the Discord. So close. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, it's everyone who played it, and I think a lot of you played it. You have to see that this is piece of art. This is artwork, and this is also artwork or a masterpiece that hurt to make. You know, like pixelating like in the old style, and doing it the old way. So yeah, impressive, super impressive. Well deserving second place. Hey Darkness, welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's no avoiding it. There's let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. And the winner of Dungeon Crawler Jam 2025 community voting is revealed. I will just have a drink first. Of course, it's Nebularceny by Jimbly or Dashing Strike, Humane Tiger, Steve US Christ, Tom Wiley, and Nuds Machado. Yeah. It was closer in the rating than you would think, but it's the level of polish and execution is beyond. So amazing. Congratulations once again. Gimli is not allowed to participate next year, just as you know. Or if I will start introducing handicaps. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, it's completely everything about it, the movement, the perspective, the art style, the, like the storytelling that is there, and there's like small mechanics that is like the quality of life mechanics. The map we saw in the last year's entry, so it's largely reused, of course, but that's allowed. So and that it has a speed walk. You can click and you just go here and there, and that's just amazing. And for me, that is, I'm not particularly a fan of auto battles, that or I haven't really played that many auto battle games before, at least that I liked. But this here, it worked surprisingly well. You worked too hard this year. Not Try not to work quite as many hours next time. Famous last words. Hmm? You all it's like it's natural to always want to outdo yourself, or like, but also the benefit of being able to reuse like helper libraries and classes and certain mechanics will naturally uh, make or enable you to progress from year to year, or your entry to progress from year to year. Or that was let's see, I will go back to merge, like there, and then I will switch some things here. Okay. Um, Again, congrats to top three. Cryptrat, David, York, and Jimbly. Amazing job. And worthy winners. I will contact you on Discord, and we will agree on or like we sort out the prices. Okay, so now I will go to my favorite picks, or like games I would like to highlight, or like, bring forward, and talk a little bit about, and a reward with a t-shirt or a mousepad, and I will start with my candidates for my favorite game. And this year it was very difficult because I ended up with 11 games on my favorite game shortlist, and and it's like almost like a coin toss. There's so many great games. I already spoken or talked a little bit about each game as they came up in the top 25 reveal, because almost every one of my picks were in there, with the exception of one, I think. But I will just reiterate a little bit. Chicken Hacker 64, Jacob Marks, brilliant theme interpretation of the genre fusion. Amazing, like a vibe, synthwave, retro 80s vibe. And of course, Nebula Arseny. I cannot ignore that game. And I picked that here on before community rating is over, and this is a game I want to play again with more content. So I'm hoping, I don't think Jimbly will do it, but I'm hoping to see more content one day. And then Captain Coder's Fangs and Feathers, amazing combat system, fun crawling, brilliant, like there's a settings. I would prefer numpad controls out of the box, but it's a brilliant game. And then Rune Weaver, I think it placed like 36 or something. Yeah, Wolfit, yeah, Rune Weaver did not make 20, I think it's 36 or something. But and that completely blew my mind, because it's such a great game, but I think a lot of people did not understand the combat with the Yahtzee style combat. It took a little while before until I understood it also, but once I got it, it was a lot of fun. So that is, of course, that's also something I write on the jam page every year, is try to avoid the overly complex mechanics, because if people get stumped 2 minutes in and don't understand anything, they will jump out and they will give you a lower rating. So, but for me, it's on my short list for favorite game. And of course, the Night of Tyr Barkok by Mass, solid game all around. The platformer part, like I said, I almost like that most, and of the two parts, maybe that's the thing I would like to play more of, if you know what I mean. And then Zero Atmospheres. I think I is a little bit surprised that it's on my short list of favorites, despite not really have any combat. Its level of polish and execution and pace, controls, everything, and really, yeah, makes it a great game. That's why also it finished 6th in the community rating. So, and then Derelict by Opoly and Nika KH Nikak. I mentioned a little bit about it in the community ranking also. Solid game all over. Snappy and responsive movement, beautiful graphics, atmosphere, some like teleporters, some puzzles, some spinners, a little bit of everything. And of course, Reginald P. Featherstone's Cars and Curious by Dave Likes Pasta. It has to be on my short list. Beautiful hand pixeled graphics. Gives me like old Might and Magic 3 to 5 vibe. My only problem with it is it's too short. It's like it ends when it starts getting good. When you get into it, it ends. But it's a jam game, so you know. Yeah, it's so beautiful. And then Fatal Error, A Clockwork Chaos. I think it like very far down in the community rating, or far down, but like 23 something. I really like the atmosphere here, the movement, the shooting. It works surprisingly well, You get upgrades that feels like real upgrades. And you have the grenade, the bouncing grenade. You have this, and worked very well. I would not mind to play that a lot more. And then Project Chanticleer by Bone Dude Game Studios, Bone Bra in Discord. The sheer amount of content and cute and consistent graphics, the character progression, like stats, upgrades, items, and yeah, it's mind blowing that so much content is in a jam game. Furthermore, I believe it was made by RPG in a box, and that makes it even more impressive. So, great job. Scroll down a little. Okay, so this was my short list of games, and I had to pick one from this. I struggled for hours and hours, but I landed on Reginald P. Featherstone's Cars of Curious. I think those of you that know me and have been on the Discord with me for the last 5 to 10 years, I don't think you are surprised. This is, yeah, it again, he did an amazing retro vibe, like Dungeon Crawl vibe entry last year or so. But there's something, you know, like ticks all the right boxes. So it's like, if yeah, it's exactly as ordered. Yeah. So congrats, amazing. The price here is you can choose mug, T-shirt, or mousepad. That's I will contact you. All of the winners I will contact, and you can choose. Like, I know some of you already have 2024 T-shirts, and some have 2024 mouse pads. So, well, we'll see. Definitely the definitely the mug, yeah. Amazing. But I could not. I could not decide, or I could decide, but I feel this also deserves my pick, because I love this so much to play, and I want to play more, and it's like I did, yeah. Great game, great atmosphere, great mechanics. There's not a single thing that feels like slow or out of place or like annoying, or like there's no glitching, there's no like clipping, and everything well done and super fun. So congrats, Clockwork Chaos. I don't know if you're still here. You collect mugs. Then mug it is. Okay, that was the my favorite picks of this year, or my favorite games of this year. Very difficult this time. Next is unique visuals that I need more of. It's like a little bit, yeah, but Of course, everything from now on is subjective to me. I'm not being objective at all, like that. I'm completely subjective. And that's Dungeon Tonight. I mean, come on, come on. I don't know what to say, but that is amazing. It the Sierra, the Sierra King's Quest, early King's Quest vibe, you know, is yeah, and sadly it's unfinished and it cannot be completable. It cannot be completed, but it had enough content and mechanics to be sort of a vertical slice, and you can get an idea of what kind of game this could be. But I wanted to highlight the graphics. Despite the terrible palette, well, whether it's terrible or not is debatable. I love a little bit of cyan and brown, but yeah, I love it. And I also have a soft spot for dithering and yeah, low, small palettes and stuff like that. So Percy Purse, Spring Street Online, Play Koala, Play Cola Queen. I don't know if that's the third person or if that's the yeah, if that's the tag of Spring Street Online. But I will try. I don't know if you're in this chat, but I will try to reach you, and you can choose between a T-shirt and a mouse pad. Yeah, the minimap also. Just the fact that there is a minimap is like it's a nice to have, and you can argue if it's really needed or if it's really a good thing to have it. But in a jam game, if you have dungeons or open world areas of certain size, it's always nice to have a minimap. And this one is gorgeous. So it had some bugs. Took a while before I could even start the game. I couldn't get past that first gold the inventory thing, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the last one there, and then I have best atmosphere. A double escape. Yeah, that's correct. Best atmosphere, and by that it's obvious, really, but it's like yeah, I don't need to explain that. I can just reveal it. Data Vulture finished very far down on the ranking, I think, but that is for other reasons. Perhaps people thought it's very difficult or what. But Isolated, like for the atmosphere, it's like eerie and scary, and because it's dark a lot of the times, and the ambient sound, and then when you're on the light and the hallways or the corridors get bright, it's very satisfying. And then you walk around, and then you in the dark again. And so for me, this year is the one with the yeah with the most atmosphere, or the best atmosphere, the one that affected me, like it immersed me in that sense. Yeah, there was a glitch. I had to restart, but so it had issues, and it could be improved in certain areas. But for me, the atmosphere is Sandra Martinez, Ossifex, Retro, Indie Josh, congrats. I don't know if you're here, but I will try to contact you either on HIO or in the Discord. I will have to do some detective work, I think. And then next is controls, pace, and responsiveness. I mentioned it a little bit in the Discord earlier that for me, lately I've discovered that one of the most important things for me, maybe, or maybe the most important thing or the thing I value the most in the jam games is good controls and perspective, and so you can interact with the game in a good way instead of being a barrier, which gives you an early bias or early, like the first impression, like takes away too much. Then I would prefer to have good pace, good responsive movement and perspective, and instead maybe simpler other mechanics, you know. So left-handed, after all, yeah. It's not only the numpad or the WASD thing. I can play with WASD, or I can remap using a Windows tool. That's not the thing, but it's more like the responsiveness. And Cordanor has mentioned this like a million times in his videos, and it's like when if there's animated movement, you know, that it needs to be snappy, have the correct easing, ease in, ease out, and you need to be able to turn. Basically, don't have any delay that kills off the pace. You know, like if you want to go fast, you can go fast. If you so it's yeah, it's we've been crusading about that for the last couple of years, me and Cordano. So, a word from Oslo. Data Vulture Dev here. Hi, yeah, congrats. Are you on the Discord, or how I can reach you? Or maybe you can hop on Discord and DM me so we can agree on the prices. Yeah, you will continue to talk about it. Yeah, but it's getting better. It is getting better. Definitely, I noticed it this year. Still some like very slow movement, and then that when you move to next grid cell, next tile, it's like the easing need to finish completely the last floating point until you can do anything, and then you get that annoying delay. So, but it's getting better. Control space and responsiveness, yeah, and reveal. Yeah. What else? Nebular arsenic. It's oh, I'm a fan of instant step, of course, but I don't mind playing the animated, but this feels like it's not in the way of playing. It's so snappy and responsive, and you just fly around, and so it's almost perfect. Yeah, it's great. And the map click moving also, yeah, yeah. It's not part of this category, but yeah, the movement is super good. So yeah, I remember you trying out different easings and you know, like fine tuning it. whatever you did, it works. So, and this is like, it should be like a template or like a reference for the type of animated movement. Instant step movement is not like, is, you don't need a reference for that. It's just like move instantly from one tile to another. But this is a great one. And then 0 atmospheres. I touched or talked a little bit about that earlier also. Responsive, snappy, and you know, when you want to move, and if you want to move faster, it lets you. There's no unnecessary delays, and yeah, super impressed. Yeah, the boomer mode. Yeah, but I'm, you know, even though I love instant step, this was so good that I played with animated movement, because it made more sense, you know, like in that environment, and the pace of it. So so congratulations, Kai Salmon. I think he left. He was here earlier, but yeah, exactly. He was he waltzed in, said, "Hold my beer," and yeah, he really made a banger of a dungeon crawler. Again, I will briefly mention it. I would prefer to have some kind of combat, but I'm sure if he wanted or had time to do it, he would make a combat that was equally good to the rest. So yeah, there was a level of disorientation in some of the puzzles, but oh no, it's a brilliant game. And then Derelict. I mentioned it earlier also, the movement by Opoli and Nikak. This also it's animated, but it lets you fly and turn and everything. So the movement is not a hinder. So all these three, brilliant movement. Also perspective is spot on all three. So congrats to those three. Next, well, I have this category, same as last year. I don't think there you will be very surprised when I reveal Egg of the Beholder. I mean, it doesn't get more retro or dungeon crawler vibe than this. It's like my childhood all over again. And it's Amiga, so it's double my childhood all over again. So amazing. Congrats, Lutz. I don't know if you're still here. You were here earlier, but I know where to find you in Discord. Also, you can choose between a T-shirt and a mouse pad. Yeah, there was of course some of them that already have got some prizes and a high ranking, but like I said, Rune Weaver, it's a good retro feel also, and there's several. So okay, and then over to honorable mentions. These are games that didn't that some placed outside top 25, but some inside also. But I just wanted to highlight. We have already spoken about some of them. But Bokli by Tribe, fun game. Fun game with a fun game loop. You run around as a response. You kill and instant step. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, great character art. Fun game. Nice game. Surprised that it didn't place in top 25. Then Gilded Nest. It's like a genre fusion between a dungeon crawler and like a brawler, beat 'em up, first person shooter. Like if someone remember the old Kingpin game. Nice graphics, mechanics works. It's fun to beat up the bad guys. Dungeon Heist by Ants. Reason I want to mention that is it's like feature complete. It has all mechanics. It has like a shop. There's a character progression, skill tree, like different items, and yeah, very nice. And it's one of those games that are horribly slow movement. Than the Dungeon Heist by Ants. Horrible slow movement. But that aside, everything else is solid. But like I said earlier, I would prefer the movement to be the main focus, and instead maybe cut some of the other things or like simplify that. But yeah. And then Chicken Dungeon 3D, yeah. Fun game also, absolutely. Tutorettas, we already spoke a little bit about them earlier in the top 25 reveal. Unique art, fun combat, nice movement, story, like dialogue, and Kepri well be. It had bugs, I'm not going to lie, it had bugs, but despite the bugs, I really enjoyed the mastermind hacking minigame. The environment was really nice, and it was diverse, like inside the spaceship and outside. Enemies diverse, and the graphics, 3D models were consistent. It's like you can see it's not from different art packs or anything, so it's a consistent style. So I really like that. Redcock, I highlight that because of the polish. It's a very polished game. Like I said, I suck at rhythm games, but I acknowledge the work that has gone into making this, and the attention to detail. Same with Obvious Manor, with the Sokoban style lockpicking. That was super fun. It's like I would love to have a separate game, or almost just for like 50 levels of lockpicking, But well done, and very nice dungeon crawling also. I think if people have not played many dungeon crawlers, they don't realize how painful the movement can feel to those of us who have played many. Yeah, that is yep, that is true. And So cannot be too hard on the those are who are new that to the genre, new to the jam, because it's not it's not something you can maybe automatically know. That being said, there is enough recommendations and info and videos and whatnot on the jam page that should give you an like indication of what to go for and what not to go for, if you get what I mean. So the instant movement, I think, can especially confuse players who aren't used to dungeon crawl. Yeah, if you're not, if yeah, I think maybe yes. I think it's depends on the level design and everything, how how similar the dungeon is. But if there's a lot of variation and you have points of interest that so you can navigate, because spatial awareness and that spatial muscle, it's required more of that if you are instant stepping in a maze that where every wall is the same and every floor tile is the same, and you don't. So there are ways to mitigate that, and I have made the cardinal what's it called cardinal fault, or broke a cardinal rule, that in my entry, which is a instant step to the dungeon crawler, I did not flip the floor when you move or turn, which is like a rookie mistake for me, because that's like the easiest way to tell the player that, oh, you moved or you turned. Cardinal sin, correct? Yeah, cardinal sin. So, and I saw many, they get confused by that because they cannot see if they move. They can hear the sound that they moved, but when you turn, you don't know, like, if what, especially if you don't have a compass or a radar or anything. It's like, yeah. Anyways, Dungeons of Dreams, the Bomberman game, super fun, fast paced, good controls, fun game. Echoes of Magnus, yeah. Spoke a little bit about that with the chicken and the mechanics where you get smaller and you access areas, and then nice combat, nice graphics, solid game. Wild Type West, fun game. I like the game loop. You try and then you restart and then you upgrade and you try again and you get better and better, and yeah, eventually I managed to win some battles also. Just catching up with chat here. Yeah, exactly. Pandora's Rock. Instant movement. I forgot to say that instant movement is probably the biggest reason in 2025 to not do instant movement is because of streaming or YouTube videos. Unless you have on-screen button controls, so the viewer can see which button or which direction you're turning. But that makes it less playable for the streamer. At least me, I could never really play a dungeon crawler comfortably using the on-screen the buttons. So like that, I would not recommend using that people create instant step. But on the other hand, I would in the jam recommend instant step just for the fact that it's easier. The chance to fail or to make something that makes the player have a bad first impression, or like get biased because it's slow or it is not behaving the way that feels natural. With instant step, you eliminate all of that. Yes, some will have problems with spatial awareness and things like that, but all in all, if you do instant step, you can focus on some other things instead of yeah, anyway, it's that yeah, that's my opinion anyway. I think people will do what they do anyways because they, I don't know, they have played Legend of Grimrock maybe, or Vaporum, or Operencia, or all that stuff, or yeah, or even Lands of Lore, you know, like. But for a jam where a price jam, their ranking and everything, I'm thinking if there's one thing that you can do that will maybe guarantee a higher rating or a better result, going instant step instead of animated movement is the thing if you are new. There, I said it. So anyway, let's continue. Enter the mansion, great atmosphere, like shooting like a yeah, that's like a duel, and yeah, very nice atmosphere in that also. Hard boiled, fun shooting, unique graphics, nice that you can cover behind things, and good game. Dungeon heist, tick 80, technically an achievement, very nice graphics, a lot of nice elements to the game. Some issues with perspective, and you get too close to a wall, and there's some glitches later. The developer said it's because of raycasting or some algo thing, but I want to shine some light on it because making something in TIC 80 is for the jam is an achievement in itself. Blue Chicken, unique graphics. I love the draw style, glitchy, simple combat, but very cool. Hello, Cheese Wicked. Blue Chicken, yeah, there's a Blue Chicken. Yeah, it's very nice art, and again, me being biased towards instant step, and you know, and simple. I like simple. Dungeon of Depth, deck builder. Spoke a little bit about that earlier in the top 25 reveal because it placed fairly high. Good set of variation of the cards, and it was like, for me, perfect balance of difficulty. I could progress. I died like a couple times, but and then I get random cards next time, and I was lucky. I got I don't remember what card it was, but it's one card that was unbelievably good. Yeah, draw 2 cards. That was good. And finally, Pirates and Falls Galley. Good story, good tension, multiple endings, very nice art. I love the Kraken. I love the surprising endings. I will not spoil anything if you guys haven't played it yet. Yeah, that was the honorable mentions. Then before I will have some special mentions. And if you have been in the Discord the last 3 weeks, you know why I want to highlight these guys here. Bonebra, Local Minimum, JD Nation, Captain Calder, and Alex Polyakov. They have together, I'm only estimating, but let's say maybe 50, 60 hours. Now let's say Bonebra, how many hours you said you streamed? Because Bonebra streamed all entries. He played in YouTube all entries. Local Minimum, almost all, I think. JD Nation, did you all also? And Captain Calder did a lot. Alex Polyakov did a lot. And this, I will compile a list of all these entries, and I will link to it and from the Dungeon Crawlers org website. So for posterity to have this to look back at, to use as reference, and also for me during now when I already played once all the entries and rated and commented, but then I went through them again with like different set of eyes based on my categories here. Then it was a great help to me as a refresher to look at the videos, and it's yeah, it's a fantastic resource, and the amount of work that goes into it, guess it's more than 100 hours. Yeah, exactly. It's completely wild. And I also know Cardano is doing his recording, so he will probably drop drop a lot of hours of video soon also. So, but amazing. T-shirt or mousepad to all of you. It's up to you what you choose. Either or. I'm forever appreciative and for the amount of work, and with every one of you also participated in the game jam. Think about that for a second. You come out from a 9-day crunch, you know, it's a 9-day mega crunch, and then you start recording I don't know how many every day for the last 3 weeks. It's I cannot really so I'm blown away. So thank you for that. Last thing I want to highlight is, and then I will switch quickly back here, and then I will switch here because I have a very basic OBS setup here. So I want to highlight this. There's no rewards here. I just want to highlight project pages. This is Wild Type West by Rafael Garces, and this is something I look for also in a game jam. Is I can see by the information and the aesthetics of the project page, how much the person cares about the project, and how in tune, like in tune, that is the wrong word, but that it's important for that person to convey like explanation, keyboard shortcuts, other things that might cause players to get stuck, or like if there's difficult mechanics, explain that, and like that. So for me to have explanation like this, so when a streamer or a player before start playing can go through this and already have a basic or have enough to start playing without needing to guess how things works. And I can refer to the page again. So hey, yeah, I'd like to say it's entirely my pleasure, but I'm hoping others have pleasure also. But I feel honored to now for the 5th year to have so many people participate, old and new, and so many people crunch for 9 days and put family aside and take vacations and whatnot to do this for a subgenre that is or was dead for decades almost. It's kind of, yeah, it's more alive now than for a long time. Send the family on vacation. Yeah, that's anyway. This is good, and list assets and everything. That's yeah. That was Wild West type. Fangs and Feathers, another brilliant project page, which goes through, explains what it is, and highlights key mechanics, controls. So you can see for yourself. It takes a little bit time, of course, to do it, and it's not always possible during the jam, like the jam time. But once you have submitted, and the following day or two, especially there's a voting period of 3 weeks. If you can work the next day or the next 2 days on improving your project page, it will greatly help those that will play and rate in the coming weeks. So yeah, it's and also credits, assets used, everything. It's an escape work, same thing here, local minimum. It's all the info you need, controls, explains a little bit what to maybe avoid or how to deal with certain situations. Yeah, it's known bugs, issues. It's if you're a streamer or if you like, it's good to read known bugs, issues, so you can avoid certain things, you know, and also for a regular player, of course. But it's also I don't have any data on that, but personally, if I read about a bug before I start playing the game, when I discover the bug in the game, it's a little bit less annoying. Or maybe that's just me, but I'm already like, oh, okay, yeah, they won't warn me about that. So, well done. Yeah, controls are high up on the page. Yeah, I kind of agree. But as long as you have them on the page, I'm happy. And of course, Nebula Arseny, gorgeous. Credits, tools, art, right? Attributions. It's good looking. Project Chanticleer, Bone Dude Game Studios, known bugs. So you're already prepared. Like if so you don't rage quit when you stumble on something that is already you're aware of. Movement, everything. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that it's a small effort to elevate your project page, like for the next game jam. Elevate your project page a little bit, and I think you'll see that people will receive your game will be received better. I believe. Yeah. Anyway, that was that. I think that's it for this year. I'll catch up on chat here, see if there's anything. Solid jam page, yeah, beautiful game page. I'm glad I didn't need to read this now, known bugs. Oh, yeah. I wish I could say that. So, thank you for joining here, and I don't know how long it's been. Does it say that? Whoa, almost 2 hours. Thank you for participating and making this 5th annual game jam so amazing. And I'm already looking forward to next one. September, October. I don't know exactly the date yet. I need to poll a little bit in the Discord to see which date fits best across, you know, the different time zones and the bank holidays. You know, but yeah. Next jam in the fall this year. Yeah, that's the plan. The restricted, that's become the name, but it's a jam with like very hard restrictions on like color palette, resolution, assets, styles, and yeah, whatnot. So I will announce that. Yeah, I don't know, in a couple of weeks maybe. So till we crawl again. Thank you again. See you on the Discord, and have a great night.